Hey, it's your boy Von Fry here with another first look at a sneaker drop. These, the PE, that stands for Player Exclusive, Foamposite One from Nike in white, says silver metallic, though good luck finding any silver metallic on these, and clearly black. These come out Friday, and I've got, picked these up a little in advance thanks to eBay. It means their authenticity guaranteed. So to go through all that, it gets sent off to an authenticator. I picked up several shoes lately. They all went to Las Vegas. I didn't expect to get them for some time. Got them a little bit quicker than anticipated, but you get a little tab on them and you can scan that. It's a near field conductivity. Was it NFC? Put that on your phone, tells you it's authenticated, and I trust it. There's your eBay authenticity guaranteed label. This is a pretty tough wire to cut, and I guess if I cut this off, it's not guaranteed authentic anymore for resale. I'm going to be wearing them. I think this means you guys are going to have to owe me some views. Give me some likes. Yeah, how about a good 500 likes? I tried to actually cut this with a knife earlier, but shit. Yeah, 500 likes for taking that off. 500, come on. And you know what? This is my first Foamposite. I haven't had a Foamposite One or a Pro for that matter. They're essentially the same thing. Aesthetically, slightly different, a little different underneath. This is herringbone throughout. The box these comes in is a little unimpressive. It's a little weathered looking black box. I'm not sure how this compares to other Foamposites, but hey, I'm sure there's more knowledgeable channels out there that will tell you. You don't get any other spare laces. These are round laces and there is plenty of length. It is actually absurd how long these laces are, so make sure you lace them up all the way. The first thing you will notice about the Foamposite, and this one I picked up because I like the clean look. It's not too busy. The only other ones I'd really find particularly appealing at this stage of my life would be the Galaxy Foam, and you're not gonna find those for cheap. But you've got this white Foamposite, which anything that's composite is actually plastic, no matter what anybody tells you. It's not really foam. It looks a bit like leather. It looks like synthetic leather. It's a hard plastic. My understanding is they do not crease. These are going to take a lot of break-in time to get accustomed to. I ordered true to size. That means I got a size 10. It's very tight right here. As you can see, we have this carbon fiber plate that wraps around in a 1997 shoe. Almost unheard of, except for in the Jordan Concord. That's really the only other place you'd be seeing this kind of action. Ice, not my favorite outsole. That's surely going to yellow and brown horrifically, as you also see on those Jordan 11 Concords. But you have tumbled leather on this version. Now, Anfernee Hardaway actually played in a pair like these. There's photos of him in them. And you get that 1 cent logo on the back, try to represent the heritage. Penny had a few shoes going and he saw these in a bag like, whoa, what is those? 1997, looks futuristic by today's standards still, doesn't it? And after 10 minutes of walking around, it doesn't feel as tight on your leg. It loosens up a little bit. And this isn't just air, it's zoom in here. Did you even know they had zoom in a 97 shoe? Like, is that kind of amazing or what? So really quite advanced and classy looking, but you're probably just gonna have to have been that kid who saw these back in the day and be like, whoa, what are those? Because not everybody's gonna have the same reaction. All right, Mom, what do you think of those shoes?
They're not very pretty.
I think this is actually the last of the iconic basketball shoes. Now, people dunked, the honey dip or whatever. You got Vinsanity doing things. I mean, after the Concord, you got this, and then I'm not really sure basketball shoes are really the same. It became more of a performance versus everyday street wear attire. You didn't see them around outside of maybe the early Air Jordans. Then things got to retroed. I'm not sure what kids are wearing to high school these days. But I've got story time for you. It doesn't exactly involve this shoe, but I'm never going to pick up those Jordan 12s, so we're going to get into it right here. Shoes like this have something to do with the origin of LeBron James. Bear with me. So, it was 1996. I was at a middle school, brand new middle school to open up in Yukon, Oklahoma, called Lakeview Middle School. This middle school had 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. A bit unusual. I know middle school, typically you see 7th and 8th grade. But we converged a bunch of the different students from around the various elementary schools in the area. I was one of the taller kids in my class, and there was another black, tall kid who came from a different elementary school. His name's JR. Okay, this will have something to do with LeBron soon. Now, when we were waiting to get picked up after school to go to the bus or a daycare center or whichever, everybody had to stand or either gather up at the bleachers in one of the giant gyms the school had. And there was these kids who like to push kids off of the bleachers. Super crazy dangerous, but that's the way things were in Oklahoma back in the 90s. This kid pushed me, and as I'm falling, I kind of grabbed onto JR, who liked to jump around in his Jordan 12s. He was the only kid with cool shoes in the school, and he wore these Jordan 12s all the time, and he would stand up on the bleachers, jump like 15 feet down on them, land. Very lanky, gangly, awkward-looking guy, but very athletic. And I kind of fell and grabbed a hold of his shirt or something, and he fell a little. He twisted his leg up. It wasn't too serious. Flash forward to high school. I'm no longer in Oklahoma. I'm in Kansas. There is a high school slam dunk competition featuring LeBron James and JR. LeBron is in second place. JR is absolutely jumping out of the arena. And then an old injury gets the best of him, twists that ankle a little, tweaks it, has to quit. And who by default gets to win that slam dunk competition and become the favorite of ESPN, overhyped for all eternity? And we have to learn about how he's more than just a player, how he's so smart even though he didn't go to college. Yeah, LeBron James. His entire legacy comes down to me getting pushed and pulling down this other kid. If I hadn't done that, if maybe the Jordan 12 was just a little better, if maybe he could have had the Foamposites, may not have actually been out at that time. Man, how things could have been different. So I actually picked these up for a little less than street price, which these were always crazy expensive. You were never going to be a kid and think that you could get a shoe that would cost as much as, say, a PlayStation. Can you imagine Nike putting out a shoe that had an MSRP of a PlayStation 5 now? Hey, we got a $500 shoe for you. Is that going to fly in any economy? I don't know if I'll be wearing these around. I'm not a baller. I think there could be a time and place for these. They do have a bit of a break-in period where they will mold to your feet, as people are telling me. But I found that just in a short period of time with some skinny socks, they were comfortable enough for at least standing around, walking a little bit. Though this is stiff. I'm not sure if we're ever going to see this bend over here. But hey, no creasing. Your AJ1s, they're creasing all the time. This... I don't know why these aren't cool anymore. Am I just too old for this to have been like, whoa, man, now we can afford this. Yeah, now that I can afford this, we're gonna make this the cool shoe. I mean, something's gotta happen here. I understand that Hardaway, he got injured, never really fulfilled his promise. And if you look back at his stats, you're like, oh, really? This guy was gonna be the next Jordan? Come on, you can't get like 25 points per game? Come on, give me a break. But for a short period of time, the NBA was looking for a guy. Hell, Nike needed a guy. Michael Jordan, for a time, they were putting his shoes in cleats, saying, hell, well, he kind of did wear the Air Jordan over there playing baseball. He comes back, he does great. Still, you got a guy like Penny and Shaq. If only they'd stayed together, you never would have heard about Shaq and Kobe. Because let me tell you, Penny Hardaway was crazy popular and influential. A quiet guy who let a little puppet do the talking for him. When you have that kind of mouthpiece marketing for you, voiced by Chris Rock, you can be a cool, calm, collected guy. And I'm just going to say, good looking fella, man. He was one of the best looking basketball. Why am I going that direction with this? Point is, I think these are actually pretty cool. They lived up to my expectations some. You still have some of this shoddy Nike build quality where the sweatshop may have let some kids get away with not quite finishing the foam right. Maybe it's scuffed in the process of trying to sew this in. But yeah, I got a little bit of a scuff mark. It's not the end of the world, but just minor perfection seems to be par for the course with Nike, whereas I don't see that kind of thing in other shoes, be it New Balance or Adidas. What do you think about the Foamposite One PE? Are you picking this up? You gonna get these? You gonna get these now that I talked about in the video? What about my little LeBron story time? How'd that entertain you? Let me know in the comments below. And oh yeah, I've got some more shoes coming for you guys, so stay tuned.
Hey, it's Vaughn's mom again, so I just wanted to remind you that instead of buying Vaughn's weird pictures online in various states of undress, you can just bookmark his Amazon affiliate link, and then when you shop Throw It on Amazon, he gets a few pennies here and there.